The Logitech MX Ergo is now 3 years old, yet still retains its $100 price. Does it mean that it's that good? Or perhaps that it hasn't sold well? The MX Ergo is a trackball mouse. That means that moving the whole thing around will not actually move your cursor. Instead, you have to use a little shiny ball that resides on the left of the mouse. This is unfriendly for left-handed people, but if you're left-handed and you use your right hand for your mouse, it would probably mess with your muscle memory. Just like it'll mess with everything you used to do with a traditional mouse. You see, using your thumb instead of your wrist for precise control takes more effort at first and can be quite annoying. And that's where the little button next to the ball comes into play. When you press it, it changes the sensitivity to be really low, which means that the mouse moves slower and allows for more precise control over tiny areas. It's kind of like the sniper mode you might find in gaming mice. I've personally only used this once when I was getting used to the mouse. The MX Ergo comes with 4 buttons: the DPI sensitivity button, which I just talked about, browser back and forward buttons, as well as a connectivity switcher. Lastly, it has a scroll wheel that can click on both sides. All of those are programmable, of course. This is a wireless mouse and has Bluetooth support with the USB receiver dongle for computers for better performance. This USB receiver can apparently support multiple Logitech mice at once, if the mice themselves have support for it. While it might feel uncomfortable and tiring at first, this mouse is a godsend for those of us who have wrist pain from using traditional mice. Now, I'm no scientist, but using a normal mouse for a long period of time feels really uncomfortable and tiring. I haven't had that problem with the Ergo. Things to note with this mouse is that acceleration is your friend. I had to up my sensitivity in Windows settings by a noticeable amount, and simply having 2 monitors, it takes a good 3 full spins of the ball just to get from the corner of the first to the corner of the second. If gaming is your thing, this isn't too bad. Just like using this for everyday tasks, you'd have to relearn how to aim and shoot. It takes time and can be quite confusing. After a while, I was able to get around to how I was before, but I ended up just using my traditional mouse for gaming for various other reasons. Battery-wise, it's excellent. I've been using this mouse for more than a year and I can only remember charging it around 4 times max during that period. The magnetic metal that allows for the tilt of the mouse is sturdy and won't move easily, so the mouse ain't going anywhere. It does come with a micro USB port which can feel a bit dated today, but it works, so no complaints there, and it was released in 2017. When using this mouse for some time, you will definitely notice the ball feeling different. This is because the ball has to be able to move. And obviously to do that there has to be a tiny air gap. This fills with dust and other stuff quite quickly and can make the trackball feel harder to move or greasy. Luckily, there's a gap underneath that you can gently push with something soft that pops the trackball out and allows for cleaning. Overall, this is an amazing mouse. While it can be confusing at first, it can definitely help improve or relieve wrist pain problems, and its comfort is greater than any traditional mouse I've ever used. If a trackball mouse sounds a bit too big of a change, there's always other mice designed for tilted use, so you might want to check on those, but this is a great mouse for your office or areas where space is limited, since you won't have to move the entire thing to get things done.